Good morning, neighbors, and welcome back to another day here on Pine Cove Farm. It's a beautiful day as the sun rises up there on them there hills, and we are ready to do a little farming. I hope you are. I can't keep it going. Anyways, welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 17. I am Moose, and today we are on day 3 here on Pine Cove Farm. And so things have changed a little bit since you were with us the last time. I've done a little bit more work. Confession, I recorded a video yesterday for today. And when I got ready to edit it down last night and render it all out for YouTube, I had a little bit of an audio issue where things didn't line up. And it was completely messed up, and yeah, it didn't work out. So I thought, well, in order to get a video out for Sunday, I will go ahead and I'll when I get home from church, record one real quick and knock it out and get it rendered up and get it up. Because after all, I did promise that if one person liked that video, I would go ahead and do another farm sim video today. And, you know, I'm trying to be a man of my word. Who knew somebody would actually like the video? Thanks a lot, you know? So, yeah, I kind of felt obligated to get a video out today. So, anyways, welcome back, guys. Let's see, what did we do yesterday? I weeded the grass area yesterday in the video. Did a little commentary in there. And then we went and purchased a slurry tanker so that we could move some of the digestate from over at the BGA to the separating facility so that we could start making fertilizer and biodiesel. So that's kind of what we did. Not really a whole lot in the video, and to be honest with you, I don't know that it was my best effort. Well, I don't know. It's always a struggle coming up with what to talk about in these videos and to keep them interesting and keep them going. But so yeah, we that's what we did yesterday in the video to get us to where we're at. And there's a reason why we only have $14,000, and that is because, well, I bought a new tanker for the semi and tanker trailer, and it cost me a pretty penny. So we kind of lost a little bit of money there. But, well, you know, we lost money technically, but we'll make money in the end with it. So all that is that. So anyways, we're going to put a little bit of fertilizer on this here grass field today to just kind of ripen it up a little bit and thicken it up some. Like I said, yesterday we went through it with the weeder and de-thatched it, and it was really one really cool thing about using that weeder is any places where you've got a little bit of grass left over that you miss, it kind of cleans it all up, which is nice. Look, the family's out there on the motorboat, speedboating around, and here I am working diligently on a holiday weekend, that is too. So, by the way, happy Easter, everybody. For those of you who celebrate the holiday, happy Easter. And for those of you who think the holiday is all about a bunny and some eggs, you're sorely mistaken. It is about the resurrection, but you know, I can't get too far into that or YouTube will slap me on the hand. So we'll just say that, you know, remember, today is not about chocolate and eggs. It's about Christ and the resurrection. And yeah. Anyways, what else can we say? Yeah, so we did the weeding thing. We got that taken care of. You got the digestate moving, and that's about it. And then that brings us to where we're at today, which is shooting a little fertilizer out here onto this field so that we'll maximize the effort of it. Hence the reason that we have planted grass, and why you want planted grass on these 17 maps is because you have the ability to actually increase the yield of the grass by caring for it just as you would your field. So with that said, that's one of the reasons why eventually I will plow all the skirts up around these fields and go back and replant grass in them. Now, of course, you'll have crop damage that will do a little bit of damage to the grass, but at the same time, it's well worth doing this because you'll get that much more grass in your bales or in your forage, however you do your farms. But a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think that grass is grass in the game because it was in 15, but in 17 it's not the same. So the grass that you see on the left is the planted grass. The grass that you see on the right is Giants volunteer grass, and you can't do anything to their grass to make it better. So you're kind of, you know, there with that. But the planted grass is will actually give you a better yield if you take care of it, fertilize it, do the weeding and all that stuff. Now eventually, once we get everything up and running, I won't do any more dry fertilizer in this field. What I'll do is I'll come behind with a slurry tanker, and I'll inject slurry into the field, because from what I know of dairy guys, a lot of dairy guys do bring their slurry out and put it into the fields as fertilizer, because it's, you know, economical. They've got plenty of it. And yeah. All right, so we're done with operations in this field, so I can go ahead and shut the gate over here real quick, and we'll head back to the farm. And got a couple of things I want to do with the farm today. This will probably be a fairly short video. We'll do this today. In our next video, we'll get into the harvest. We still have a little bit of time before the fields ripen. It'll probably be after lunch on the video, or after lunch in game when the fields are ready to ripen. So we still got a little bit of time. We've got some things that we can do around here to prepare for that. But today's video will take care of a few things, but probably won't be enough to fill up a full hour. Will probably be a shorter video. Here we go. The first thing we're going to do, other than the fertilizer, which we just did, is we're going to do a little experiment, a little demonstration here for you guys regarding this maintenance point here, or customization point, workshop / whatever you want to label it. But anyways, you should be able to customize your tractor here. And it is my theory that Stevie meant for this to be a workshop. I mean, he put this little shed here. He's got the little area for you to pull in. He's got the little thing here so you can customize vehicles. And it gives me the weight. Yeah, wouldn't you know? I don't like this part of the game in that it picks up the weight. I mean, seriously, you think I pulled over here to customize the weight? There, that is that. All right, back up. Anyway, so yesterday in the video, I talked a little bit about the whole customization point and everything, and the $1,000 to customize everything. And my theory, or that my recollection was that, why is this thing being so stupid today? It really is just misbehaving. My recollection is that you can, once you own the tires, you don't pay for the tires ever again, and you can just swap them out, no big problems. And if you had the workshop, you don't pay anything to do that. So if we go into customizing, and so you guys don't think I've lost my mind, if we come in here to change these out, if I go back to the standard tires, which is what we had on this before, you can see my base price is $1,000. Now, I'm not being charged for the tires, which is correct. I'm being charged to put the tires on the vehicle, and I'm sorry if you've ever had service, you know it's not really $1,000 to change your tires out, which most farmers do that themselves, but some people might call John Deere out to come do that. And let me just tell you from experience, that's $200 an hour just to have that technician come out, and yeah, you don't want to pay that. But anyways, so with this particular facility, like I said, I'm being charged $1,000 to do that. I don't think that was what Stevie's intention was. I think he wanted this to perform like the workshop. And if I remember correctly, if you place a workshop down, you don't pay that fee. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to place a workshop. But to do that, I've got to put a little bit of money into the system. So let me go through here. And we're going to put $28,000 into the coffer so that we can do this. Oh, Martha, he just ruined his game save. He cheated and put money in. Yeah, I did. But it's for this, and I think it's in the spirit of the game. Let's go. Let's buy that, and we're going to place it down. Now, I could, honestly, I mean, okay, I could go over to the BGA and do a video on loading a whole bunch of stuff into the BGA and make up the money that I needed for the $28,000 to put this in place. But I don't feel bad about putting $28,000 in for this particular item, because I feel like this is what was meant originally by Stevie when he put that workshop in. I think this was what he was shooting for. I think he was shooting to give you a place to customize your vehicles at the farm, just like the workshop, but to have the motif be what he wanted to be, not this, you know, I don't know. This building is interesting, to say the least. But I don't think this, I think he did this so you didn't have to do that. But the difference is going to be obvious when we pull the tractor over here, because what this one is doing is charging me $1,000, and I don't think this one will. I'm pretty sure when I first got the game, I tested all this, and I'm pretty sure that if I go in here and customize this and change the tires over to standard, now I don't have a charge and I don't have a base price. I am correct. So if I customize that, look, do you want to purchase for $0? You betcha I do. So that is that. So apparently this point over here is just like taking it up to the shop and having one of their highly tattooed and trained technicians change your tires and charge you $1,000 for it. So that's a bit of a steep bill there to get that done. And I don't think that's what Stevie intended. I don't think he realized the two of them are completely different. I think he thought he was doing this when he did this. Only problem is this is the same as going to the store. So I'm going to leave this point here, and I'm not going to sweat the fact that I just put $28,000 into the game, because I feel like I did it within the spirit of the month. You may disagree with me, but that's all right. Send all your hate comments to Moose Did It Wrong, Post Office Box 135, Walla Walla Walla, Washington 3654. I don't care. All right, so now we have our tractor set back up with standard tires, and we use it as a front loader, as well as if we need to spray or anything, again, we can just swap out the tires. And since we paid for the tires, we don't have to pay to change the tires anymore, which is my whole purpose for the reason I bought this tractor and didn't buy multiple tractors. So I do like that feature. And so now that we cleared up that Giants did it right, because I was like, you know, yesterday when I was talking about it, I could have swore I did that once before, and I couldn't understand why when I messed the recording up the other day, and when I saw that it was $1,000, I was like, something's not right here. All righty. So we're going to take our truck for a spin now. We're going to head over to the BGA, and we're going to see what's happening over there. Now, confessions, I haven't really messed with this whole separator mod, so I really don't know what I'm getting into, other than the fact that yesterday I dumped a whole bunch of digestate into it, and today we are going to see what the fruits of our labor are, and we're going to reload it. Here we go. And we'll see what we come across. Head to the BGA. All right. What else is happening? So I got Zombie Dog's map. I talked about that a little bit yesterday. And I'm going to start doing a forestry series, single player forestry on it. It's called Ridgecrest. I'll do a probably tomorrow I will probably do a drive-through on it, showcase that map out a little bit, and set it up and start doing a little bit of forestry that will intermingle between that. Also, for those of you who didn't see it on Stevie's Facebook, he is going to go ahead and finish up Cherry Hill, which is going to be his last map that he puts out before he rides off into the sunset. That is supposed to come out on the 20th of the month, so just a few more days from now. I'll probably take a look at it. It's a lot the same as this map, but we'll take a look at it as well. And but that should be his last thing, I guess. Apparently his wife talked him into finishing it up because it was supposed to be for a good cause. I guess there's a guy who asked him to do the map is critically ill, and the map was being made for him, so as a nice gesture for him, so he's going to finish that map up and put it out, and then I guess that is the end for him. So very cool. That's only a little bit of farming sim news I know going on right now, other than, you know, other stuff that I don't really care about. All right, so we're going to take a trip over to the separator now. I could edit this out of the video because it is a long journey, but I like to keep the videos completely intact, and that way you guys get to see everything that goes on. A lot of people give me a hard time and say, you ought to edit your videos like Daggerwind does, or you ought to edit your videos and blah, blah, blah. Why are they so long? Why do you go into so much detail? I do it because there are a lot of people watching, and the same reason like I try not to do much off screen. I try to do most everything on screen, and then if I do stuff off screen, I really try to bring you guys back up to date on everything. But that way you know exactly what happened and how I got to where I'm at, because everybody's playing Farm Sim, and a lot of people edit it, and a lot of people don't take it seriously, and a lot of people just play it for giggles and go camping and, you know, blow stuff up and do all this other stuff, and they really just don't care about the farming. You know, they don't really care about teaching people how to do things. So I like to play my series out and keep everything together so that the person who's struggling to do something might find these videos you know, enlightening, and it might help them out with a problem that they're having. So that's the reason I do them the way I'm doing them. So anyways, we're here. I know it was a really long journey, right? We had to stop a couple of times, go through a few way stations. It was just a hellacious trip. But anyways, we're here. So we're dumping our digestate in. Now, got the hose going here between it and here. If you back into this and you get the little tip point and you hit I, you will pour liquid out the side of it and it will fill this thing up. But if you want the hose to connect, you have to use R. So that's one of those little pro tips I'm going to share with you today, is that if you don't really care about the hose connection, you can hit I and just dump it here on the gravel, and somehow through osmosis it will get into this facility here. But if you want to take that extra step of reality and you want to have the hose connect from here to here, you hit R and it will actually connect up. Now this particular facility holds 50,000 liters of digestate to actually make it operate, so we need to go get another 20,000 liters. So back we go on our really long journey to the BGA, and we'll be right back as soon as we get there. And we're back through the magic of editing. We're here at the BGA to get some more digestate. So I'm sorry, I'm on the loopy drugs today, so there's no telling what I'm gonna do in these videos. I love that guy. He cracks me up. The Slipgator. Yeah, he's a little over the top, but he just cracks me up with that. Yeah, we're back. All right, so I better get in here and pay attention to what I'm doing, because I only need 20,000 liters, and if I get more than 20,000 liters, I'm hosed. And how many liters do I have? 20,038. I got 38 too many liters. I should be okay. All right, we're going to head back to the separator. We'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, man. This drive just wears me out. Hauling from the BGA to the separator. It's just such a... dealing with the traffic. Though there is this one restaurant along the way. They have pretty good burger and fries. All right. So we'll back up here. And we'll dump this off and we'll have a little lesson in math. Because I just realized something. Oh, man. I'm just looking at some numbers here as things don't add up. We have 32,584 liters of liquid fertilizer. And I look over here at this one, and we have 32,558 liters of dry fertilizer. All right, so did we get the same amount of diesel? No. We got 20,723 liters of diesel. Now, I'm going to do a little rough math here. And if my math skills don't fail me, that's a little over 80,000 liters of product that have come out of this facility in 24 hours. Now, I put 50,000 in, but I get over 80,000 out. Something doesn't quite compute here. Was something else added in the process I didn't know about? Because 50,000 in, 80,000 out just doesn't add up. It seems a little out of balance. I like the whole concept, but I'm thinking things are a little askew here. Come on, get that last 38 out. Aha, we did. We got it out. Cool. Now we can get a little liquid fertilizer. Y'all know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not being... I don't like the economy to be all mucked up. I like these add-ons. Don't get me wrong. I like to have more to do in Farm Sim than just the farming side of it, just the grow, because that gets a little monotonous and it gets old. And by having other things to do, it helps prolong, give longevity to the game, right? So having and somebody got really ticked off at me in 15 for knocking on the steamed potato thing. It wasn't so much that the steamed potato mod was in the game. It was that the particular map developer put it on the farm. I got no problem with hauling fruits and vegetables to another facility that at least you had to haul to it. And then that facility generates the steamed potatoes and everything. And okay, yeah, you make a little bit of money off of that or whatever. Okay, whatever. But what I don't like with these mods is when they inflate the economy so much that it just makes playing the game a complete cakewalk. And so this particular facility, the proportions are a little out of scale to me on it. If I put 50,000 units in, and it's a separator, right? If you think about salt water or even dissolved sugar in water, if you did the little science experiment when you were a kid where you go in there and you take sugar water and you evaporate the water out of it and get the, sugar crystals back, you will know that if you recondense that water in the end and you got everything back, you wouldn't get as much out as you put in. And you certainly wouldn't get more than you put in out. So that's all I'm saying with it, is maybe you tune it a little bit to where, say, if you put 50,000 liters of liquid in, you get, 15,000 of liquid fertilizer and 15,000 units of biodiesel, and you get 5,000, 10,000 of particle solids out of solid fertilizer. That seems a little bit more realistic to me, to where you don't get 50,000, 80,000 liters total of substance out of there. Because if you have, chemistry 101, if you have a liquid with suspended particles in it, you usually have, and depending on how thick the consistency of it is, how many suspended particles are in there, you're only going to get out a percentage of the liquid, and then you get so much of the suspended particles out. So if you put 50,000 in and you take 5,000 liters of suspended particles out of it, then you're, anyways, y'all know what I'm going for. Just seems like it's out of balance there, guys. I would like to see it a little bit more in line. But then again, then we get into the whole reality of it is, it's not that simple to refine it into biodiesel either. So, and I'm not even sure that whole process is realistic either. I'm not a chemist. I've never messed with biodiesel, and I've never messed with turning poop into, liquid fertilizer or digestate into, I don't know. Maybe the whole thing's completely unrealistic and I should just shut up. Anyways, we're going to pump some of that liquid fertilizer over into this here apparatus, which is totally unrealistic. In the fact that we're going to put wheat in here and make seed that could be used to, plant sugar beet. But the concept's nice. I mean, the concept is more along the lines of you're going to get a, fertilized seed or something like that, coated seed, which I get all the time, especially my corn. But anyways, we're going to dump all this into here, and then we'll get a little bit of wheat and put into here, and we'll get some seeds making, so we don't have to pay for seeds anymore, which is good. I know. Just play the video game, Moose. Don't analyze everything about it. It's not, again, it goes back to, I just wish the mod was more proportional. So, all right, backing it up. It just seems like it's going to be way too easy to make money using that particular facility. Oh, I'm just going to keep going back to that, aren't I? Chains of subject. Let's see. By the way, thanks to everybody who has gone over to Gawkbox and checked it out. I kind of took a look at it yesterday to see if it was actually anybody was actually using it, and about fell out of my chair because apparently several of you guys have used it. There was some money actually in the account for once, and I want to say thank you. I wish I could say thank you to each and every one of you individually and call you out in the recording and say, a high hearty thank you to XXX, gamer dot whatever for, taking the time to do a little bit of gaming and donating. But unfortunately, it doesn't give me that kind of information. That is coming, though. Once you are able to do user accounts and you're able to actually set up an account and then do whatever you do and it tracks what you did, it will tell me, that this person generated this much of a tip for you. And I'm looking forward to that day. But in the meantime, it is what it is. And for those of you who have taken the time to go in there and utilize that, I thank you. I appreciate it. Remember, you can go back and do it more than once. Once they get more offers. That's the other thing they need to get going is they need to get more offers going on there so that if you really like somebody, you want to go today and give them a couple of pittance by doing, watching an advertisement or something, you can go do that. Let's take this dirty tractor and then we can clean it up at the end. But yeah, they need to get it set up to where there's more opportunities for users to go on there. Because if I want to support somebody by watching a video ad, I can watch a video ad, and then tomorrow I could go watch another video ad. The next day I could go watch another video ad, and I could just continuously contribute to that person's channel by doing that. And I think that would be awesome, but they don't have that ability right yet. Unless you know, download a different app every day, and that's a lot to ask people to do. But anyways, thanks to you guys. I do appreciate it. And with the route that YouTube is headed right now, it is really greatly appreciated, because after looking at my YouTube analytics over the weekend, I'm starting to think this is going to be the first month for me to actually lose money on YouTube. I've sort of got my expenses up to the point where, because I'm not going to make very much revenue this month, I'm actually going to be shelling some money out of pocket to pay some bills. And typically what I do is, you know, I use the money that comes off of YouTube to pay for things like my editing software, server rentals, software, you know, like, you know, just to do the videos, I have to pay $50 a month to Adobe to have a licensed copy of Premiere, because I like doing things legit and I like doing things legal. So to edit my videos, I use Premiere to do that. There's other ways you can do it. I'm sure there's some, you know, cheap way out there to do it, but I want to be legit. I don't want somebody coming and getting mad and turning me in for using pirated software or something else like that and getting in legal trouble for it. I guess we'll get the whole rest of this, because it looks like the whole thing will take. So like I said, I do things on the up and up, and that way I don't get in trouble down the road. And so there's $50 there, and then the software that I record and stream with, XSplit, costs me a little bit of money. The music service that I use for background music on the live streams is going to cost me a little bit of money every month now, because I'm not with my MCN. And so that comes out of my pocket, and you know, it all adds up. And by the time you pay for a couple of servers and everything, you realize that the amount of money you're spending is every month is getting up there a couple of $100s a month. And that's what that little bit of revenue from YouTube pays for. Well, with this whole boycott thing, hang on one second. Big time sneeze. With this whole YouTube boycott, where advertisers are pulling out of YouTube, it's decreasing the amount of revenue that is available to be shared amongst the channels, and so nobody's making money, and or at least the small channels aren't making any money, and kind of stinks, you know, but it is what it is. I would love to make thousands of dollars a month off of YouTube and be able to afford new computers and all this other stuff, but I make a very little amount of money, and that little amount of money goes for my expenses. So at the end of the day, it's a wash. And for it to go even further down the gutter, now it's actually going to cost me a little bit of money to do it, but I enjoy doing it, so it's fun. But that little bit of tip is definitely makes that little bit of a tip appreciated even that much more. So thank you guys. Well, I do appreciate it. All right, get that grill clean, because that drives me nuts. I've said it before, that all that dust collecting on that grill it'd be like, I can't breathe. It just drives me crazy. I mean, I know it doesn't matter in the game, but in real life, I'd be out there rubbing that stuff off in the field every day. And every night I'd be rinsing that tractor off. So, you know, it's not about the dirt so much as it is that part of it just drives me nuts. All right. So that is that. Let's see. Is there anything else we really need to do right now? I don't think so. I think that's about it for the day. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. I think that's enough. It's Easter anyways. Let you get back to your friends and family, barbecuing and all that stuff. I'm going to go eat some stuff myself. Looking forward to that little family time today. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smack that like button for me. Share the video with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We'll do some more videos. Like I said, tomorrow we'll probably take a tour of Zombie Dog's map, and I'll give you guys a link where you can download it. We'll set up and start doing a little single player forestry. When we come back to Pine Cove, we will be harvest time. I'll fast track time a little bit up to noonish, and the fields will be ready to go, and we'll start our harvest. We'll get the soybeans and the corn pulled in, and then we'll work our way towards getting our dairy set up. So lots to do now as we're starting to get this thing rolling, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm certainly having fun playing it, but that doesn't mean I'm not still looking for another map to play. So but anyways, with that said, thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe if you're traveling out there on the road, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy holidays, happy Easter, everybody, and God bless you. Bye-bye.